I'm holding one of the most humble objects on a desk, a paperweight. It looks simple, just a chunk that keeps your notes from flying away, but its story stretches from ancient study halls to glittering glass studios, from practical tool to tiny museum on your palm. Start at the beginning. Paper. Once people wrote on clay or parchment, wind wasn't a big deal. But when paper took off in China around 2,000 years ago, calligraphers needed something to calm those curling sheets. Enter stones, literal stones, chosen for their heft and feel. Scholars kept favorite rocks on their desks, some smooth as river pebbles, some gnarly like miniature mountains. These scholars' rocks weren't just weights, they were inspiration, a landscape to gaze at between brushstrokes. As paper traveled, so did the habit. In the Islamic Golden Age, ornate metal tools and inkwells shared desk space with practical weights. Medieval Europe leaned on sandshakers and book presses. But by the time paper was everywhere, the desk weight had become a quiet colleague. Bronze, marble, wood, whatever matched your station. Then, in the 1840s, the paperweight became a star. Glassmakers in France, Baccarat Saint-Louis Clichy, turned a desk tool into an art explosion. They packed colored glass cane into tight bouquets, millefiori blooms, frozen forever flame-worked flowers, and tiny animals suspended in crystal domes. The Great Exhibition of 1851 in London gave these little worlds a stage, and collectors snapped them up. Suddenly, a paperweight wasn't just heavy, it told a story. The craze cooled by the late 19th century. Factories shifted, tastes moved on, and the art form hibernated. But it never disappeared. Murano glass houses in Italy kept the flame, and in the 20th century, studio glass artists revived the craft. Names like Paul Stankard pulled wildflowers' roots, even bees into impossibly lifelike glass ecosystems. On a desk, that's not a weight. That's a garden under glass. Meanwhile, industry went practical again. Stamped brass weights with company logos, crystal domes for corporate gifts, novelty resin with snow globes and city skylines. The paperweight split into two paths, one purely functional, one intensely collectible. And yes, I get it. Today, most of my papers live in the cloud, but the paperweight still makes sense. It's a tactile yes in a screen-first world. It keeps a recipe open, anchors a blueprint, stops a draft from turning meeting notes into confetti. More than that, it's a handshake between utility and beauty. Pick one up and you feel the choices. Material temperature balance. Marble is cool and steady. Brass warms to the touch. Glass catches light and turns a sunny window into a spotlight. The best ones invite a pause. The same pause scribes and scholars took centuries ago. From stone to showpiece, the paperweight maps our relationship with ideas. How we hold them still long enough to work on them. It's proof that even the smallest object can carry a big history. And it's an invitation to curate your desk like a tiny museum. One object that says, I'm here, I'm thinking, and nothing's blowing me off course. So, if you've never had a paperweight, try one. Choose a rock with a story, a glass bloom frozen in time, or a simple hunk of metal that just feels right in your hand. Because sometimes, the weight on the page is exactly what frees the mind.